Okay, Michael, we're live, so hopefully you can hear this.
Yeah, the little live button came on.
Yeah. So what did you do over the weekend?
Well, let's see. We got about a 2 minute snow yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yes, the sun was shining, and all of a sudden it got cloudy and it snowed. It didn't, it melted as soon as it hit the ground. And as soon as it was over, the sun came back out again.
Huh.
It
They,
was weird.
yeah, I know we had a freeze warning up here last night. Uh, I don't know. I hadn't checked yet how cold it actually got, but I know it got cold because I woke up in the middle of the night and pulled the second blanket up over me. I woke up with two of them on me this morning, so I figured I must have gotten chilled during the
Uh
night. I
huh.
pulled it up, not even knowing I did it. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this filter thing for the email. I want to try and figure out a character or a series of characters that can be used in the title of a YouTube video that won't look strange or weird or anything, and yet you could use it in every title of every video, and that way you could,
How would you distinguish them? Just add a number or a
well, what
extra
happens,
letter?
what happens is when, like, this is so that when somebody comes into like one of these, when I'm not, when the host isn't there, if somebody comes in and leaves a message in the unified chat, if the host has set it up so that they get notification, okay, then
Mm
they get a notification. But if you've got like somebody that co-hosts with you or a moderator or something, they don't get those messages. So they don't know that there's any activity going on in the unified chat after the show's over. So what we're trying to do is figure out a way to filter the email, the host email stuff, to just those messages that come from the unified chat, either before or after the show, and then forward that to the moderator so that he gets it. And it always says such and such, and gives the person's name, has posted in, and then gives the event name. But in order that you don't have to change the filter every time, if you start that event name with a series of characters, you can filter it for just those characters so that any post the host gets that's got that specific character set, in the title, it'll go ahead and forward to the moderator
hmm. Mm
automatically.
hmm. Mm hmm.
And I've got one set up, but the name of the event was that mod notification thing, that I asked for people to post
Mm
on. That worked great. Now I've got to figure out what set of characters to recommend to use in your YouTube title rather than having to modify that filter every time to some word that is in the title. So in other words, if I put like a greater than asterisk greater than, and I started every one of my titles, then I could switch the filter up on just those three characters. Unfortunately, the greater than and lesser you can't use in the YouTube title. There are certain characters you can't
hmm.
use, and so I'm trying to figure out a set, a, probably three character set that looks doesn't look completely weird that you could start a title with.
Could you use a plus or minus?
You can use a plus or a minus, but the thing is, so many people use pluses and minuses. Most of them, get used in a title set somewhere other than at the beginning. So if you had that
Mm
occur somewhere, it may pull out, you know, something else. I think I'm probably gonna have to go because it can go. You can use the forward slash and the backslash and an asterisk. So I could use something like, let's see, if I do this. Oh wait, I didn't mean that. I meant this and this and this. Whoop, backspace that, and then if I did something like that, though, slash after slash, and then whatever the rest of the title is in
Mm-hmm.
words, then I could filter on just that because you won't hardly see that particular three character set used, you know,
Not
in any.
usually.
Yeah, I mean that's something so strange. And if it did pull in the odd thing and forward it to the moderator would know what would happen, what had happened anyway.
Now, does
Because it,
YouTube automatically differentiate by dates? Like if you have similar names, things, would it automatically give you, the date that you did that on, or?
to tell you the truth, I don't know because we're not really filtering on the you. We're filtering on the YouTube title, but not from the YouTube side.
Mm-hmm.
See, because in what I would do is it's got a form that you can fill out when you build your filter. It'll say from, and the from I'd put no reply at businesshangouts.com. So it would filter everything, all the email from that. Then in that, it would look in the title to look for those three characters, and then it would forward only the mail from businesshangouts.com that started with those three characters, and that's what would be sent to the moderator. So he know that somebody came in after the show was over and posted. Then he can go comment on it or go help them or whatever. But at least he's got notification that there's some sort of action going on after the show's over, and he can go in rather than the host. Because right now the host is the only one that gets notifications of pre or post activity. Yeah. And that's what I spent most of my weekend on.
Okay.
Between that and playing over in the product form, I played over there a lot this weekend. Oh, okay. What are three cop cars doing over in my park? Huh. That's odd. I got cop cars parked over in the park in the parking lot with their blue lights on, and nobody else is in the parking lot. I don't know what's going on.
Hmm.
And there they go up the street. So something's happened, but I don't know what
I
yet.
hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking, let me run over here real quick to this other side and go down and find my weather map. Let's see how cold it got here last night. Okay. Oh, got down to 31 last night. Okay.
Okay. Well, you just got a degree
Yeah.
cooler than us. We were 32 at 8 o'clock this morning.
Mm. Yeah.
Then about 8:15, it was up at 34.
Yeah. We're at like 57 right now. I can live with that. I can definitely live with
Mm-hmm.
that. And 69 tomorrow and 72 Wednesday.
Wednesday sounds good, doesn't it?
Well, except it says breezy.
Mm-hmm.
And here, when they use the term breezy, they mean like 12 to 15 miles an hour. So it's probably going to be a little too breezy to work outside. I'm trying to find, ooh. And then the next day it drops down to 59 with thunderstorms. I want it to get warm because I got something I got to put together, but I need to be out on the back picnic table to do it. I ordered me that double rack, closed rack on wheels that I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to take and I'm going to mount this styrofoam board on it so I can move this. background up closer, and that way I'll be able to get around behind it and get into the closet and everything that's back
Mm-hmm.
there. And I won't have to worry about my camera angle not showing the cracked ceiling if I get it up too high and showing my Guns N' Roses posters and everything.
Yeah, when I load the app for doing Hangouts on air, do I need to load that on every computer, or did I need to do that since I'm doing the business Hangouts on air?
Uh, yeah, you're gonna have to have it on the. You're gonna have to have the app so it'll load on any computer that you've got.
Okay, I figured I would. I just uh, cu- since the last time I used to do Hangouts on air, I none of the computers I had at that time. Well, one of them I still have, but I wiped everything off and put Windows 10 on it, so
Mm.
it wouldn't have the app on it anymore.
Yeah, yeah, you'll have to have the app on because like you need the plugins to get the for the apps to work if you're on a Windows machine.
Right.
You know, luckily if you're on a Chrome machine, you don't need those. You
Well,
know.
I used to do a lot of engineering and architectural drawing, and so I've got one of my computers I got upstairs. Even though it's a newer computer, I've got it hooked up to a 32-inch
Mm,
TV, and on the other one that's in what I used to call my video room, I have hooked up to a 24-inch.
mm. I
And
wish I had room for a 32-inch here, but I don't.
but when I was doing those big drawings, big architectural, especially big architectural drawings, I need my eyesight such I needed the TV
Hmm.
in order to that I was using as a monitor in order to see a lot of the detail.
Yeah, I would like a really big screen, and I could get one right here on this wall. Unfortunately, I can't get any further away from this wall than I am now. And
Hmm.
putting a 50-inch TV right here where it would fit, I would be so close to it. I'd have to read across it like this to get it.
Well, you might need to consider doing a 40-inch or a 32-inch, uh, just because of the proximity to your face.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Now, when I was teaching, the school system I was in, I had to do all my updating and technical stuff for the computers. I did that for over 15 years, and then we created a new department, technology, and they had to hire a director for that. Then they had to hire four technicians for that. And when they did that, I wasn't allowed to upgrade my own computers anymore.
yeah, yeah,
I had to go through the department in order to and put out a work order in order for that to be done.
yeah. There's a lot of places that they stop that simply because, and yeah, I can understand it because, like the lab where I work, we had so much stuff that was, I mean, literally life or death decisions were made on the figures that came out of the
Uh,
computer, about do we medicate this patient or not, or and if so, how much and everything. And we just, I'm sorry, you didn't even stick any type of thumb drive or anything else in that thing.
mm-hmm,
You used the keyboard and you used the terminal, and that was it. You had no access. There was only two people in the entire organization that had access that could actually go in and get something on the computer.
mm-hmm,
And then about once every 6 weeks, we'd have the people from oh, what's that big lab testing. They do all the reagent stuff. Anyway, we were using their software on most of our tests,
mm-hmm.
our chemistry tests. about once every 6 weeks, they would send a man down, and he would install the new updates for the software and everything. We didn't even allow. The only connection we had was from our computer out to the doctor's offices, so we could print their reports out to them.
Hmm.
But there was no way that we didn't even have a mail system other than sending out email systems to the doctor's office. Nobody could send us email. Any incoming email was immediately trashed. Everything had to be done by phone because we wanted that thing so secure for the results and everything. We just stopped it entirely. Of course, now as I was leaving, they were lightening up because security had gotten a whole lot better than what it was when it first started. Because we started sending our doctor reports out in, I guess it was what, 95 or 96 was when we first started printing reports directly to the doctor's
Hmm.
offices. Because before that, we had couriers that would hand deliver them to the different doctor's offices every day. We had 19 couriers that covered Middle Tennessee, going to all
Right.
the different doctor's offices, delivering, supplies and stuff, and we send the reports with them. But they got to where they wanted, the reports. Like if they send in a stat test, and it was from an East Tennessee doctor, the courier would get back at noon. We could run the test and we could phone the results to him, but we couldn't get him a hard copy until the courier went back by his place the next morning. You know, and
Hmm.
if he wanted like reports for the chart or something, they thought it was godsend when we could actually start emailing them, reports. That was one of our main selling points because we were one of two national labs that had a lab here in Nashville, and the other lab hadn't gotten to that point yet. They hadn't.
Right.
They. In fact, they came over twice and looked at our setup to see how we were doing it, so they knew how to set it up because they were working with Abbott. That's the name of the company. They were working with Abbott too because they were using their test reagents and their software and everything. And Abbott didn't really set up our report delivery system, but they directed us to a local guy who did, you know. And when they found out what we were doing, they asked Abbott about it, and Abbott told them, well, they use our stuff, but we recommended that they contact so and so for them, do this mail delivery because we're not in that type of business. Yeah. It was sort of funny to have a competition walking through, seeing what we were doing and making notes and copying us. We thought that was pretty good.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Well, David, it's 11:15. I'm going to have to take off and get ready to go walking with my sister before this rain comes in again.
All right. Well, you have a good day. I don't
You
know if I'll
too.
see you this evening or not, but have a good
Okay,
day.
you too. And Michael, I hope your computer gets better to where we can get in contact. And maybe I'll talk to you later today. So I'm going to end this first. It stopped the broadcast first.